Hello there, welcome to Smash Exams, and in this video we're going to be looking at how to get a level 7 in the writing task 2. We're going to be looking at the rubric for lexical resource, which is you need to use a sufficient range of vocabulary to allow flexibility and precision, use common lexical items with some awareness of style and collocation, and may produce occasional errors in word choice, spelling, and/or word formation. So in this lesson, we're going to be trying to understand what the IELTS rubric is asking you to do to get a band 7. And we're going to be looking at techniques and tips to make sure you are reaching the band 7 criteria for lexical resource. So a quick look at the IELTS rubric for writing task 2. We can see lexical resource, band 7 is here. And if you want to see how to hit the other criteria, check out the other videos for task response, coherence and cohesion, and grammatical range and accuracy. I'm going to link them in the video description below. But today, lexical resource. So let's see how we can understand this rubric. Firstly, use a sufficient range of vocabulary. This means you need to use a good range of vocabulary to describe things, and you need good topic-specific vocabulary. Then you need to make sure that you use less common lexical items with some awareness of style and collocation. Basically, this means you need to paraphrase effectively, use synonyms, and know how words fit together. And finally, you can actually make some spelling mistakes to get a band 7, but only occasional. So make sure you try to use the correct words and spell them correctly. So, how do we use vocabulary that fits what we're trying to say? Well, the main thing you need to do is to paraphrase. You need to try to use synonyms. Try not to repeat words too often. This is where synonyms come in. And also use the correct words. Later on in the video, I will be giving you some tips on how to get the band 7 in this criterion. Next, you need to use less common lexical items. This means just you need to put your words together properly and try to use some topic-specific vocabulary. However, make sure you know how to use these words properly. This does not mean that you need to use complex or impressive-sounding words. Also, you need to try and make as few mistakes as possible. When I'm marking IELTS exams, the most common spelling errors are plurals, using complex language when simple language will do just as well, using the wrong words, and using awkward vocabulary. You need to keep it simple. Moving on to objective 2, some techniques and tips that help you meet the rubric requirements. First, try to learn some common synonyms. For example, there are lots of words that will come up in the IELTS writing task part 2. Quite often the questions will ask about things that are happening globally, the government, university, or children. And if you have some synonyms ready to go, such as worldwide, administration, higher education, or young people, it will help you use a range of vocabulary and it will stop you repeating yourself. A common tip though, don't memorize fancy sounding words that you're just going to shoehorn in. It's much better to use words that you know and that you know you can use correctly. Also, to expand your vocabulary, read in English as much as you can. This can be magazines, newspapers, or even subtitles on your favourite Netflix shows. Use less common lexical items with some awareness of style and collocation. Some students take this to mean you should use fancy sounding words, such as, reading is a quintessential aspect in the linguistic equation of adolescents who endeavour to master English. Immersion in written literature such as books, journals, and periodicals is crucial in honing their comprehension and lexicon. Furthermore, the act of perusal not only confers an astute understanding. Okay, this is not how you need to write your IELTS writing task 2. Yes, it has lots of less common lexical items, but it is awkward and there's lots of spelling mistakes which will lower your grade. It is much better to use simple language. Pause the video here and have a read. These are both saying the same thing, and the green is 100 times better than the red, even though it's using much simpler language. This leads on to errors in spelling and word choice. Use simple language because that means fewer mistakes. Also, don't take risks. If you don't know a word fully and you don't know the exact meaning or the precise meaning, use a simpler word that you do know. This one is much simpler than the other criterions. Basically, use your vocabulary precisely and properly and try to avoid errors. In the next video, we're looking at grammatical range and accuracy, and you can check it out right here in the bottom corner of your screen. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video, and if you have any questions, leave a comment. I will respond to all comments. Hope this helps. Good luck and smash those exams.